Hello student, welcome to this next video of Business Studies class 12 lesson 5 organizing, and we were doing types of organization. So formal organization we have already done. Now it's time for informal organization. So what is this informal organization? It is interaction among people at work gives rise to a network of social relationship among employees called the informal organization. Means means it is actually result of social or personal interaction among employees, and it is not deliberately created. Means it happens automatically. You know why? When you go to one place again and again, and when two people of same mindset they becomes friend, means when you are going to one place, so definitely you are going to talk with those other people also, and many times you become friend also. Means what it is not formed by the organization, isn't it? Organization didn't ask you to make friends. You are going to in the organization, the employees are there to do work, but it is done by the employees itself himself, that to on their own. So it is one of the means, because it is not deliberately made, it is just emerges spontaneously, and it is not created by management. And see, this is one of the features also of informal organization, that it emerges spontaneously and not created by management. Clear? Then now let's see the features. That it originates from the personal interaction of employees within the organization. Means when two people they are interacting, means two employees they are interacting. So this informal organization, it originates from the interaction of the two employees in the organization. Clear? Then the standards of behavior evolve from group norms. Remember the rules and regulations in formal organization was laid by top level, but here in informal organization, standard of behavior it evolved from group norms. Then it doesn't have fixed channel of communication. Means in formal organization there is a fixed channel for communication, means it generally flow downward. But here what happens, there is no fixed channel of communication. One can communicate horizontally also, one can communicate vertically also, so no fixed channel is there. Then we have already discussed this point, that it emerges spontaneously and not created by management. And then the last feature says it is a complex network of social relationship among members. Why it is said that it is a complex network of social relationship? As you know that this network is not created, and it has no because it has not been created by the company, it has no definite structure. So it is a complex network structure, and also because it is means it is created due to personal relationship, so also it is said to be a complex network. See, let's talk about the advantages. So the advantages are faster spread of information. It leads to faster spread of information and feedback, as formal channels of communication is not followed. So yes, because in formal channel you have to follow the scalar chain, means superior then subordinate then their subordinate. But here what's happening? No channel is of communication is followed, so information spreads very faster. Then fulfills social needs. It enhances job satisfaction and a sense of belongingness in the organization. Means as if standard of behavior is formed by group, and also because there is no chain, it is formed by personal chain, so they can fulfill social need, and because social needs are fulfilled, definitely job satisfaction will be there. Because many times you may, means being a friend with your boss, you can ask many things which as a superior you, it's not possible to do some work. So therefore, because in informal organization there is chances of job satisfaction, and even a sense of belongingness is there. Then it fills inadequacies of formal structure. It provide quick solution to the problem. Means what happened, that as there is no proper scalar chain is followed, so as anything can be communicated fastly, so quick solution to the problems are available. Mean there are certain this is one of the limitation of formal structure, that the solutions to the problem, one can't get quick solution to their problem, but this is the advantage of informal structure, that this one can get the quick solution of their problems. Now let's talk about the limitations, because when there is advantages, definitely there will be some limitations of informal structure. So spread of rumors, informal organization spread rumors, sometimes it goes against the interest of the organization, as everything is communicated fastly without any chain, so maybe spread of rumors is also possible over here. Then resistance to change, it resists change and lays stress on adopting the old techniques. As in informal communication, employees become free to give their opinion, then many times it may happen, if suppose boss asks to change some particular method of doing work, then employees, due to his friendly or informal structure, may resist to change, isn't it, and may stick on doing the work according to the old technique only. Then the last limitation says priority to group interest. Members of the group may give more priority to group interest over the organizational objectives. As when means here in informal organization, when one focuses on group, then they have to give priority to their group more than the organizational objective, because here it it prescribes the member for giving priority to their group only. So this is one of the limitations. Now student, let's see the difference between formal and informal organization. Though it is very easy, like meaning, on the basis of the meaning, it is said that it refers to the structure, means formal organization, it refers to the structure of well-defined authority. On the basis of authority responsibility it is formed, and on the basis of social relationship it is formed. Origin means it has been originated by the top level managers. So it is a result of the company rules, policies, and it arises of the social interaction. It is rigid, nature wise it is rigid, and informal is flexible. Authority flows from top to bottom in formal, and in informal it flows vertically as well as horizontally. Then the purpose is to achieve the planned organizational objective, and here the purpose of informal organization is to satisfy social and cultural needs and fulfill common interests. So student, here we finish the types of organization. So thank you.